Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video from Brett Cooper, and it's titled The Dark Side of Instagram. You guys, I'm super excited as always. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what Brett Cooper has for us in this video.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So if you guys have been here for a while, then you probably remember that about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was doing a lot of dark stories. It was like every day we were talking about something that was just absolutely horrific. And so for my own sanity, I kind of took a step back from talking about those stories literally every single day because I still wanted to tell good, valuable stories, but I also didn't want to make myself spiral on a daily basis, so I tried to do more of a variety. But a lot of these stories were about children and the way that they are constantly targeted, sexualized, and abused in our society. And this is nothing new. And sadly, it seems like nothing has changed since the last time I talked about a very specific issue: children on Instagram. Before we dive into this topic though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you've not already, and then ring that notification bell so that you never miss one of our comment section episodes. All right, so as of yesterday, a new Wall Street Journal article dropped about Instagram's algorithm and the way that it targets child users for sexual content, not children accidentally stumbling upon sexual activity, targeting through their algorithm. This is the report from Wall Street Journal. Instagram recommends sexual videos to accounts for 13-year-olds, tests show. Findings align with undisclosed internal research at Meta, which has pledged an age-appropriate experience for teens. Company says testing isn't representative of their experience. Okay, yeah, testing the people are doing showing that children are being recommended this content by your algorithm. Oh, it just isn't true. Okay, we're gonna get into that. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I just wanna take you guys through this report from the Wall Street Journal and connect it to a few other very concerning stories from the last couple of years that truly prove that these huge companies do not care about the innocence of children. And another thing that I really want to drive home is that what people see online today is shocking. What children see online today is shocking. This is not the internet of 10 years ago. And this is why parents need to be so careful. So Wall Street Journal wrote that the tests that they run over 7 months ending in June, show that the social media service has continued pushing adult-oriented content to minors after parent Meta Platforms said in January that it was giving teens a more age-appropriate experience by restricting what it calls sensitive content, including sexually suggestive material. Yeah, well, they've said that before, and nothing has changed. But, you know, they are the well-intentioned big tech companies that obviously we all can trust. So then they got into the actual testing here. Separate testing done by the Journal and Laura Edelson, a computer science professor at Northeastern University, used similar methodology involving setting up new accounts with ages listed as 13. The accounts then watched Instagram's curated video stream, known as Reels. Instagram served a mix of videos that, from the start, included moderately racy content such as women dancing seductively or posing in positions that emphasize their breasts. When the accounts skipped past other clips but watched those racy videos to completion, Reels recommended edgier content. So here are some examples of what these 13-year-old accounts were watching. So the way that they're doing this is that they are making these accounts. They are saying, oh, I'm a 13-year-old. Here's my little account. They immediately go to Reels. They have not posted anything. They have not searched anything. They just start scrolling. These are the type of videos that they see. Breasts. When he says he's into small Asian white sophomore nursing students. Something about just an ad on screen. Special operator Kimberly secured the bedroom. I've learned that 40s. She's promoting her hands in that video. Like, it is gross. Remember, 13-year-old accounts, minor accounts, and this is what is being fed to them. And the way that this all transpired, according to the Journal, is that as soon as these accounts were established, they started watching Reels, like I said. Initial clips featured traditional comedy, cars, or stunts, as well as footage of people sustaining injuries. The test accounts scrolled past such videos. They watched Instagram-recommended videos that featured imagery such as women dancing or posing in a manner that could be construed as sexually suggestive. They did not like, save, or click on any videos. After a few short sessions, Instagram largely stopped recommending the comedy and stunt videos and fed the test accounts a steady stream of videos in which women pantomimed sex acts, graphically described their anatomy, or caressed themselves to music with provocative lyrics. And guys, all of this happened within the first 3 to 20 minutes of watching these Reels. 3 to 20 minutes. That is insane. Now, the same team also tried this experiment on Snapchat and TikTok, which are also obviously used by people of that same age range, and the results were not the same. This is a meta issue. The other platforms did not serve this kind of explicit content to minor labeled accounts. It was only Instagram, which is so ironic and disturbing Because this is the platform that has run into these problems before, the platform that has been accused of this before and allegedly has very strong systems in place to mitigate it and keep it from happening. But they are still the primary culprit. I mean, their filtering system is laughable at this point. Take these two examples from X. So Greg Price, who I adore, he's great. He reposted one of his own tweets about Roe v. Wade onto his Instagram, and it was removed because of sexual activity. He posted this on X. Instagram just removed my post about Roe v. Wade for violating their terms on activity. And the only thing he said was Roe v. Wade was decided by 7 white men and overturned by a woman and a black man. That literally all he said, and Instagram said, oh, this is what we got to take it down. That literally makes no sense. And I have another example to show you that proves that this isn't, political targeting at Greg Price, that it is just simply idiotic and incompetent filtering. This guy said, this was in 2020, Instagram removed this photo of a dog, citing it violating their guidelines because of nudity or activity. The account appealed and Instagram reviewed the appeal, but then said it was still nudity and sexual activity. It is literally just a photo of a dog. So you're taking down tweets that people are posting about political things. You're taking down photos of dogs, and yet 13-year-old accounts that have not searched for sexual activity, have not clicked on any videos, have not saved, shared, done anything, are being served bots. It does not make sense.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? This is very, very questionable. 7, 13 years old, this adult content, or is there an agenda behind that? Targeting the next generation, because I don't even know what is going on or how to explain this. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. What do you think Instagram is trying to achieve by recommending this kind of content to kids of 13? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, and let's continue watching, you guys.
This is absurd. Great job, Meta. Your systems are obviously functioning at a high level for sure. Now, obviously, a Meta spokesperson came out and said, this report is ridiculous. We have lots of measures in place like those to keep this from happening. And per an announcement made in January of this past year, Meta said that teens under the age of 16 are not supposed to be served any sexual content. First of all, that is also still too young. It should not be 16 years old. They are still children, so stop being weird. But obviously, based on this report and these findings, that isn't true. And it hasn't been true because Meta and Instagram's own employees can internally point to this problem, a long-standing problem. Back in 2021, they ran similar tests as the Wall Street Journal did, and they had similar results. And then to make things even more horrifying, they wrote that a separate 2022 internal analysis reviewed by the journal found that Meta has long known that Instagram shows more pornography, gore, and hate speech to young users than adults. So it's not just the kids are stumbling upon this or that they're seeing the same things that adults see. They are seeing more. Your children on social media are seeing more graphic things than you are. Let that sink in. They went on and they said, teens on Instagram reported exposure to bullying, violence, and unwanted nudity at rates exceeding older users in the company-run surveys. And the company's statistics confirmed that the platform was disproportionately likely to serve children content that violated platform rules. You have to wonder, is this intentional? Are they intentionally trying to corrupt the minds of young people? Or is this just oversight? Or they genuinely don't care that this is happening? If this has been going on since 2020, 21, 2022, if they said that they put all of these systems in place, they're not working. There has to be a reason why. Somebody commented and said, are we not supposed to notice how tech giants and leftists are trying to normalize pedophilia? It is absolutely disturbing how much these people try to minors. It is happening everywhere. Just look at the pop psychologists and the academic trying to rebrand pedos as minor attracted persons that deserve our empathy and respect because they're really going through such a hard time. Think about California loosening its laws on who has to become a registered offender after they have with a minor, or Pornhub just outright banning their service in certain states when they are required to use age verification technology. They would rather not do business in a state than protect children from seeing porn. Please, guys, we see what you are doing. Either it is an intentional corruption of young people, or you actually do not care. And I don't know which one is worse. But even if they did care and they're trying, nothing is working. And a solution has been offered multiple times. Wall Street Journal wrote that the most effective way to prevent inappropriate content from being served to underage users would be to build a completely separate recommendation system for teens, the document suggested. Meta has not pursued that proposal. This just goes to show that Meta, along with plenty of other companies and institutions in our culture, do not care about the innocence and the protection of children. And again, none of this is new. Last October, New Mexico's Attorney General sued Meta for giving sexual predators access to underage users. New York Post wrote about this. Facebook, Instagram expose underage users as predators, and New York AG claims. And lawyers in New Mexico went through a similar process of creating fake accounts, specifically for young girls, and they were able to see the amount of unsolicited dick pics propositions and the sexual content that was sent to her by other users and simultaneously fed to the account through the Meta algorithm. And the AG said, Mr. Zuckerberg and other Meta executives are aware of the serious harm their products can pose to young users. I mean, Meta's already in a different lawsuit about the detrimental impacts on children's mental health due to their social media platform. I mean, they know this. They are very, very well aware. Anyway, he went on and said, and yet they have failed to make sufficient changes to their platforms that would prevent this exploitation of children. Despite repeated assurances to Congress and the public that they can be trusted to police themselves, it is clear that Meta's executives continue to prioritize engagement and ad revenue over the safety of the most vulnerable members of our society. And I mean, guys, like I said in the introduction, this isn't even the first time that we have covered this topic, specifically in regards to Instagram. Exactly a year ago, back in June, we talked about a different bombshell report, also from the Wall Street Journal. They're doing amazing, amazing work about how Instagram's algorithm promotes a massive network. The report talked about how the app allowed very explicit hashtags, including things with pedo and child porn, all of that, to be searched and used on the platform as dog whistles to connect these users who were selling child pornography and more. This was last year. That was last June of 2023. And we are talking about this again 365 days later. And those internal reports were done 2 and 3 years ago. I mean, what has changed? Anything? No. Obviously, the serious changes they've made to protect teenagers have done nothing. They should be ashamed. This should be their top priority. And this is why it is completely ridiculous and laughable and irresponsible to mock parents who monitor their children's social media, who limit their usage or ban it outright until a certain age. These parents are doing what big tech and our culture cannot be trusted to do, protecting their children.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? It's so sad that the world has come to this particular place where children are now given inappropriate content. And the fact that the Meta algorithm is suggesting this kind of content to kids, that means there's an agenda to corrupt the mind of this kid. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Do you agree with Brett Cooper on this? I totally agree with everything she said. There's someone out there who is targeting this kid. There's someone out there who is trying so hard to corrupt these kids. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts? Leave it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.